Alright, in this video I would like to show you my EasyEdge from Weaver Leather. It's adjustable. You can do up to, I'd say, 3.5 inches or so wide of leather. It takes the edges off and keeps you from having to use your edger and doing it by hand. It's much easier. They actually have one with 4 of these cutters on that'll do both edges at the same time, but I don't have that one. I just have the one that does 2 edges at a time, so you have to run it through twice. So here's how it works. You get your leather the way you want it. This is, I think this is 10-11 ounce leather, and I just put it down here, tighten it down, and they give you a little hook that comes with it. Get it here where you can see it, and that comes with it to help pull it through, so you can hook it right in here. Got your leather in there, and I don't have it in deep enough yet. Let's see. Tighten it down a little bit tighter. In here a little bit straighter. Then you hook onto it and begin to pull it through. Once you get it through far enough, just pull it on through. Takes that edge right off there, makes that a nice round edge. I'm going to tighten it up just a little bit more. And we're going to go through that top edge again. That's better. And that pulls that right on through there. Rounds that edge as nice as can be. Flip the leather over for the rough side up and get it started, and pull it right through. Takes that edge right off. The only thing it doesn't do is the ends. You have to do that with your hand edger. So we want to go a little bit thinner leather. This is 8-9 ounce leather, and this is 3/4 inch strap, so I just push it in, get it started. I put holes in these because this is what I use for my holsters. I hook that hook in there. We get it started and just pull it right off, just like that. Do the other side. And that one's finished, all except for the ends. Of course, that I have to do the ends by hand. Do another one. I find this edger really works nice, and it's got, you can do, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different blades in there, so you can turn that. You can loosen these up and turn that to use another set of blades. Now, I've had this for a number of years. I've done a lot of leather with it, and I've only turned it once, so I'm only on my 2nd set of blades. And that does it. Now it's ready for the edger to smooth it up. The edges are all cut, and it's ready. It saves so much time, and I'm really happy to have this machine in my shop. All right, now that I got the edges all done with my EasyEdger from Weaver, I still have to do the ends. So I use my little edger. I like this one. It's got a handle. You can get these blades when they get dull. You can just get a new blade and put in there. I have sharpened these blades some, but you just stick it on here and just do your ends. edges have already been done, so that saves you a lot of time just getting your ends done now instead of the whole edge. And we can do the round ends just like that. Flip it over, do that side. It works good for the wide stuff. It works good for these smaller ones. Just like that. So that works just fine. You might have a more expensive tool like this one from Weaver. It works okay too. You can sharpen it. You don't have to buy blades for it. But I like both of these. Also, another tool that I find is very, very beneficial is a strap cutter. People use different kinds of these. I like this wooden one. I got used to using it, and it's what I always use. And you just start your leather in like this, and just cut the straps. I have it set for 3/4 inch on this one, and I just got off a little bit on that at the end. But yeah, cut your straps. I use this 3/4 inch for my holster straps. So, but you can change this. All you have to do is turn that, and it's got a scale on it right here, so you can get your measurement up to 4 inches. 4 inches wide, which I never went that high, but 2 inches, 1.75 for belts. I do 1.75 belts, 1.5 belts, and I do 3/4 inch straps for my holsters. Another very good tool that I enjoy using is a good pair of leather scissors. This one set is from Ginger. I think that's how you pronounce it. Very great set. This is 10, 11 ounce leather, and it cuts it pretty good. You got to put some force to it. You're going to get tired if you have to cut very much, but it does cut. Good pair of scissors, indispensable. And a round knife. I got mine from Weaver. For a long time I used one from a cheap one from Tandy Leather, or a cheaper one, and then I broke down one day and I bought this. I think these are around $155 from Weaver. It was a lot of money at the time, but they're indispensable. I love them. They work so good, and it stays sharp. I strop it whenever it starts to get pulling on my leather. I strop it. I think I might have used a stone to sharpen it when I first got it, just a little bit. I probably wouldn't have had to, and from then on I've used a strop. But this tool, I love this tool, and I cut a lot of holsters out with my round knife. Made a case for it. I always keep it in the case when I'm not using it. It's so sharp, I wouldn't want to knock it off the bench and have it hit my foot or something, because this is razor sharp. And also I have grandchildren that come around sometimes, and I don't want them to get a hold of a tool. Out of curiosity, I keep it in the leather case I made for it. Another tool that I find is very good, I'm going to share it with you, and that is a good pencil. I buy these at Hobby Lobby, and I make sure that they're 2HB. B or HB. I think this little one here was HB. This one is B, but they've got a very strong tip on them. And when I'm tracing leather, writing on leather, I don't want it to break. With a regular pencil, it breaks. But on here, I can mark my leather prior to cutting it out with a round knife with these pencils. Regular pencil you buy from Walmart to write with, the lead's too soft and it breaks too easy. With these are good. These are nice. And the lead is hard, but it still marks, and it works really, really good. So your pencil is an important tool. Another neat tool that I have is a groover. Now I use this groover on my belts when I make a belt. Let me grab a belt off my rack here. This is one that I just have down here to use when I'm taking pictures of holsters and things. But it's got a groove right down through here where I tooled it. And it helps me stay in place on the belt. And it looks nice. And you just take it and you stick it on your leather just like that and just pull it. And it just leaves a nice groove on your leather. It works so good. And it dresses up the leather a lot. I hope you can see that in the picture. Get that focus a little bit. And it's good for stitching. If you want to run stitching down there, if you're hand stitching something, you can run that right down along that groove. And it's good stitching groove. And you can widen it. Got a little ways there, you can just unscrew. There's a screw in here with a little flat screwdriver. Unscrew that, and then this piece moves in and out, so you can go in or out however you want to do it. Now I did notice that Tandy has a really nice one that cuts from the center, and they use this, something like this, to go along the edge of the belt. It would be like this and cut. I think that would be really good. In fact, I'm planning on buying one of those. I think they're $15 or something for it from Tandy. Weaver has one. I don't know that it's any better than Tandy's, but theirs is $35. It looks nice. So I may get one of those or both of those in the near future to try. But this really works good. I like this a lot. So that's a few of the tools that I use. All right, thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one.